Hey, what's up, guys? So, episode 2 of Life After Heroin. Um, Lately, I've had on my mind, I guess, like, relationships. Um, I don't know about you guys, but I, like, really struggle with relationships. Like, even friendships, you know? Um, but I try to avoid, I feel like I'm gonna, get up with the wrong people and then, like, start like slowly falling back into my old habits because I know that that's like my track record over the many times I've tried to get clean. Especially though, my crux is women. Not so much anymore. It's taken a long time and I've worked really hard on it, but I was always attracted to, subconsciously like attracted, and found myself with very self-destructive women who like displayed the same behaviors and like habits that I did. It's what I was used to, comfortable with, and so that's what I would find myself with time and time again, and in doing so continuously fell back into those old habits I was trying to get away from, i.e., drug use, obviously like heroin, crack, whatever. Even just like small stuff like stealing, hitting licks, or drinking excessively, or whatever the case may be. And I think that a big part of that is the codependency aspect. That I know I struggled with for a while, felt very lonely. Even while I was doing drugs, I was way more codependent actually while I was doing drugs. And as I've gotten better and I don't feel the need to be around someone to be okay, constant validation, I still have found myself, kind of still chasing some of those, like, I don't know, codependent behaviors because it made me feel more comfortable. Like needing to be around someone 24/7, or ignoring red flags because I like them, or, not talking to or seeing any other people at all, because you just want to spend 24/7 with this one person, so on and so forth. I'm sure a lot of you guys who watch this can relate. So, I mean, that was something that I had to work on, and I've gotten a lot better with the girl that I'm with now. She's really good. She's good. She does her thing. She does her own thing. It's awesome. I think that one of the big parts of getting out of that, like, codependent cycle, I guess you'd call it, that codependent cycle, was building, like, fucking hobbies and shit that I like to do that, like, give me, I don't know, rewards, I suppose. I know I mentioned in my last video that I love to play video games, and, winning and moving up in ranks and playing competitively is something that, like, makes me really happy, and when I do well, it makes me like myself, I'm like, wow, like, actually, that was really cool what I just did, and that kind of, like, builds over time, and your self-confidence starts to build, and your self-worth starts to build, and then when those things are building up, and you come around these people who give you these fucking, like, red flags, then you're like, well, hey, I don't want that in my life, because I like who I am today. I like what I'm doing. Like, even in my failures, I'm trying really hard and I'm getting places, So that's helped a lot with my codependency, was kind of just like working really hard to try different things, find things I liked, and then push those to the next level. Because I deserve it, you know? We all deserve to feel good. We all deserve to, like, care about ourselves enough to not put ourselves in shitty situations, you know? Where we're gonna hate our fucking lives. Because if you do that, then why did you stop getting high? You know what I mean? So I think a lot of, to go on a bit of a tangent here, I think a lot of people, I know me especially, for a long time when I first started getting clean was like, man, dude, if I have to sit around these fucking tables with these old people, you know, and listen to them fucking whine and bitch and shit, like, I don't want to fucking be clean. This sucks, you know? But that's actually not what getting off of hard drugs is supposed to be at all, you know? It's literally just finding positive things to fill the void in you that you filled with heroin, you know? And I like the life I live today, you know? I like myself today, even, you know, it's not all the time. That's what I want to say. I want to clarify that. It's not all the time. I don't walk around with this fucking gold bar shoved up my ass. You know what I mean? Like, oh, my life is great, I'm great. Like, no, like, some days I feel like a piece of shit. Some days, you know, I'm like, wow, I'm a piece of shit. But I still keep trying, keep going, because I know that, like, I have gotten some great feelings and, like, some rewards I really like. And I want to continue to get those, and I know that I'm able to get those. I'm able to keep moving forward and get the things that I want. So that's what gets me through those hard times. You know? And I think that's something important to focus on, because I know, for me personally, I tend to obsess over bullshit. Over little bullshit. You know? Little bad, whatever, frustrata. And fucking, I just let it ooh until I'm ready to, boom, explode, you know? And that's definitely something that can consciously be changed. I don't know, like, if you guys have ever heard of cognitive behavioral therapy. That was something that I got a lot of over the years of me trying to get clean. And the cognitive is like your thinking, you know. Your behavior is obviously your behavior, how you act, and therapy is like, you know, getting help to fix these things. But what that's taught me is that those unhealthy thought processes and shit, they can be worked on, you know, even when you feel like there's no fucking hope. Like, yes, there is, like, the only prison you're in is this one, you know, and you have control, like, you're in there. I don't know how many times I had to be fucking told. Oh, yeah, rainbow pants. I hope you guys enjoy. I know I do. My girlfriend got me them. But yeah, those habits and those thoughts, like, they can be changed, you know. I know one of the biggest ones for me was, like, well, I'm a junkie, you know. I'm a junkie. I'm not shit, or, you know, I don't know if anybody else, has done this, but, like, I used to be big on, like, the suicide jokes, like, for myself, you know, like, well, I'm just gonna off myself, you know, and that was something that I said so much and, like, believed, and was, like, this personification of inner conflict, you know, that was, like, going on in my subconscious, I don't know, but, yeah, that stuff can all be challenged and changed, and it's not easy. It's not easy, you know. But taking away from the identification of who you are with the behaviors that you've done, or the, like, thought processes that you've been stuck in, your habits, aka habits, right? Those aren't who you are. Those aren't who I was. Those were just things that I'd fallen into. At the core of everything, I mean, we're all humans, and we can change how we act and change how we think. That's just what I've learned. I'm not trying to sit here and fucking tell you, like, you need to do this, to this, or that, like. But I don't know, man. The codependency is is definitely something that I've worked hard on and will continue to work hard on, and it's definitely like a big I hate using the word trigger, man, but it definitely is. You fall into one of those unhealthy relationships that you can't quite see your way out of, you know. It causes stress. You start to get this conflict. You're looking at yourself and you're hating yourself. You start to hate yourself because you're looking at this other person and you wish they cared about you, but it doesn't seem like they do. And then you're like, what's wrong with me? And yada yada, the whole mind fuck. We've all been through it. But we don't need to go through it anymore. Each and every one of us has strengths and weaknesses. Excuse me. Strengths and weaknesses that somebody will fucking appreciate. You know, someone will love you for who you are. Someone loves me for who I am. You know, kind of takes time. Takes time, man. Just fuck all that codependency shit. And don't you know? I don't know. Screw all those walls we build up in our head and the unhealthy people we put ourselves around. I can't do it anymore because, you know, I wouldn't be able to make a video that's called Life After Heroin. But you know, despite all that, I enjoy where I'm at. And even though I'm going through these hard things that I am right now, like I have no car, and I work 5 towns away, and I know that you'd be like, what the fuck, why do you work 5 towns away? It's like, I just broke into my, like, career as a graphic designer, so it's kind of new to me, even though, like, you know, I love art, I've always been into art, but using, like, Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop, and vectorizing, digitizing, embroidery, so on, ads, whatever, it's just a lot, and this company was my in. It's like 5 towns away that I work for. So I have my own fucking office. Coolest thing ever. I never thought, because I used to work at like Dunkin' Donuts, like, you know what I mean? But, so that was my in, but now the person who takes me there, to bring this full circle, he's quitting, and like, you know, that's stressful for me, that's hard, because it's like, I feel like, you know, what if I lose my job? What if I screws up my career? You know, like what happens next? And those are those things, those are those problems that we can't rightly solve right in front of us, and it tends to put me in a spot where I'm weaker psychologically and emotionally, because I am under this pressure. And to bring that thought full circle, that also lights up those feelings of like insecurity, and make me want to grapple onto something, you know, whether that be, you know, my girlfriend or drugs or whatever, you know what I mean? It's a feeling that like I need to grab something for some stability because what I love and care about might be taken away from me. But thinking like that is the old thoughts. For me, letting my fear control my behavior, never did me good. So today, like, I'm fighting those, codependent thoughts. The need for escape, I'm fighting that too. I'm fighting my unhealthy, addictive thinking that seems to still want to kick it with me every day. But it's worth it. It's fucking worth it. It's because, you know, man, like, this is life after heroin. And, at least I'm alive, right?